Hello, hello, welcome back. My name is Verilyn, and I'm so happy to have you guys with me again. I am playing another stream of Bloom, and this has been so fun so far. I have really enjoyed kind of really exploring this world, really seeing what's going on, what are we doing, what are we seeing. And so, sorry, I'm looking at all my things over here, making sure I'm all set up and good to go. But yeah, not to take too long into this, but I'm so excited to start. I've just got it here pulled up. Actually, I think this is the wrong world. Please hold. To get thumbnails, I've been having another world. That way I'm not messing up anything. One moment. A little awkward. I was all ready and ready to go, but here we are. It's no problem. That is just my place where I don't want too many days passing by. Here we are. Yeah, for the thumbnails, I don't want to take forever walking around and potentially winning, moving forward at all or finding anything important. So I just go into a different world where I haven't made any progress just to get the pretty pictures. Alrighty, but here we are at the homestead where we were last at. And I'm super excited. So basically what we last did is we discovered that we can I don't remember what tools. Nope. Yes. Okay, so using the shears, we can make that into dirt. And then using the trowel, we can prepare it. And basically what I want to do is with this whole area that we have over here, I want to make a giant garden to farm pollen. We need so much pollen to get into all of these different places where it's like, let's just see how much I can get done. And then hopefully during this we can at least oh my goodness, I lost my train of thought. Hopefully we can get some progress made. We can see what's going on. I definitely don't want this series to last past its time. Take all of these hedges. Cute. Yep, so I think my plan is I'm going to prepare this area. I think planting mushrooms is my best bet because they grow the fastest, so we can get as much magical pollen as we can. They really just give us as many hedges as we want. I think we could probably do this area as well. But let's start over here. Just need to collect all of this grass, clear it out. These always have just the loudest noises too. I think I'm probably gonna need to get a mouse pad because I can hear. I think you guys can hear it too as I'm moving my mouse around. It's a little bit distracting for me at least. But please let me know if you guys hear anything and you're like, hey, audio is too loud, you're too loud. Like, I'm always happy to change any settings to give you guys the best experience. I feel bad. These scissors are pretty snippy. But hopefully I don't get snippy while playing. Get some more thread. That's kind of nice. Pick up all of this. How do I... There's a way to make it go back. There we go. Can I... There we go. I was like, I don't want that right there to be dirt. So, yep, I think that's the plan. We're just gonna make this a really nice little farm with cute mushrooms, maybe some flowers. And it's nice that they give you that option, because I think definitely otherwise it would be a little tough to do much. I can see it's brightening up a little bit. It's daytime. So we are making good progress. We're clearing it up. Hear all the sounds. I think that's the waterfall that's on the other side of this wall. The pink kind of scared me. I was like, what is that? What's going on? But yeah, definitely I wish I could turn down the tool noises. But we did it. And really not that much time. So I think we survived. I think we're doing good. But I'm just gonna start back here, and it was, yeah. So we've got a lot more of these noises. We'll leave a little bit of space, not make it go all the way up. I could probably do a little bit of math to see how much this is going to be. So we'll measure this side 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Gonna grab my trusty phone with the calculator. And so that was 18 times 14, so 252. I think that is a fantastic amount. That is gonna get me to where I need it to be. Because that gets me to just about, so if I'm able to do it a few times, then I think I'll be good to get some of these things open. But I think part of it is like, what do I open first? There's the magic portal, There's the place in the mushroom cave and the place that looks like it's a library and or like furniture shop. And then there's also that back door in the atrium. But I don't remember what that calls for. Man, it's gonna be a lot of this. They definitely, like, this has so much more gameplay than I would have ever imagined. I thought it was gonna be like a almost an educational game. I thought it was gonna tell you how like flowers worked and what each flower is known for or where it comes from. This kind of looks like Legos, like if there were little studs laying around. But have no fear, we are getting this done. Slowly but surely, right? Slowly but surely. This is how I mow my lawn. Is I go in a circle. I know some people like will do back and forth, but like when you're up against the fence, it kind of gets hard to turn around. So I've always just kind of been like, do it in a circle. Do it in a circle and everything works out. I guess that's a lie too. I think there's been a couple times that I've done it back and forth, but I always end up going back to the circle, so it must be the way. I think it has to be the way. Phew! We are done with the snippers. Time for the trowel. I got most of it, I guess. If I can just... Yep, missed some there, but not bad, honestly. Should we do a speed run? See if I can get it done. A lot of noise. We'll clear up this little bit and we'll just kind of go a little more orderly, probably. I like these, like, they almost sound like wind chimes. Kind of a... Yeah. That's a bop. I like it. They've got such good music in here. Like, what a well put together world. Okay. All of it is troweled. Let's put this with those other books. 43 and 12. There's also that cute little pavilion. There's so many things to build here. Like, what a well done place. So immersive. every time I load the world, I'm like, where is that one rock? It has to be a rock. I'm so certain it must be. Alrighty, look at all of our little sparklies. Okay, that's what I was looking for, pruners. It's like, why is it not giving me any of them? Okay, then here we go. 24. It's got a bit of an itch. How cute. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna put this here and this here just to have all of them in one place. Cute. And now let's cut them up. Alright. I'm gonna leave those for now. Just because they drop other things as well. Let's water these before I leave. Water. Nice. Alright, off we go. Back to the homestead. See, I feel like the rock's gonna be over by like a tree where you think it's part of the stump or part of these rocks over here. You're gonna get tricked. Like, it's gotta be somewhere. I don't know. It's okay. Alright, we've got our nice little square over here. Plot of land. And look at all of these. And I like that they have this red mushroom. I feel like it's, you know, very cottagecore. Like, when you think cottagecore mushroom, this is the one you're thinking of. Okay, let's water these up. This is just going to be a very ASMR video day of just the water and the cuttings. It'd be interesting to do a session where I don't talk at all and it's just the noise of doing the things. I think that'd be kind of interesting to do. Maybe like for a bonus stream I'll do a silent day. Heard something grow. Yep. Okay, they're starting to grow. I'm gonna let all of them grow, but let's go to bed. I think if I give them enough time where all of them are done, then it can just be a continuous like cycle. Otherwise I'm just gonna be like watching and waiting and being like, when is it gonna be done? When's it gonna do it? I think what I'm gonna do is ignore them for now. Let's explore over here. This is overgrowth. Just kind of curious on if they're gonna have anything I need. And I'm gonna stick as close as I can to the garden so that I can make sure it's still growing. But right now, I'm like, what do I do? Can I climb on top of this? Nope, they've got the wall of denial. Terrible. I'm just like, where is this flower? Because really, like, a big part of this is discovering the new flowers, and I only have 13 out of 15, so I'm missing 2. And 1 is going to be from clearing the overgrowth in this area. I just don't know where it could be. Like, at this point, it's like, just where... What options do I have left? Just trying to, get some higher ground. Oh, I've got walls of denial there and here. Man. And the thing is, like, I don't want to start just sharing things away. I feel like that'll take away a lot of the whimsy and the wonder. Is having these little grasses around and the leaves on the ground adds a lot of the atmosphere and environment. So let's avoid doing that. But I'm kind of at the point again where it's like, am I just going to be walking around oblivious? For a second I thought that fence was a log, and I kind of got excited. I was like, maybe it's not a pebble. Maybe it's not just this tiny little gray dot. But alas, my hopes and dreams are ruined. But like, see, like, what if it was there? Can I put this back down? Nope, I ruined it. See, that's why I don't want to just go cutting things. Where, like, yeah, I could probably find it faster if I cut down all of the distractions. But then I don't have the whimsy. We can't be without the whimsy. See, we got a cute little stream. I just don't know which areas I have or have not checked yet. I keep thinking that if I... Is that it? Could this it? This is it. This is it. Wait, 1 clutter left? No! I thought that was the 1 clutter. Oh, log. I haven't been over here. Yeah! A trio star has taken root. Okay. I feel like it's been in a place where you can't really miss it. So, by the atrium... A trio star... Those are leaves. Sign by a bench. Is it gonna be over? It's gotta be like by a pathway or in one of these little nooks. Trio star. Oh, is this it? Let it be it. Trio star, yes. I feel like, wasn't the last one also in front of a statue? Maybe I'm reading into things, but maybe that's a point of significance. But let's get this planted. And all of my beautiful red roses. Trio star. I almost feel like we should have a learning episode after I'm done with everything here. Let's come over here. See some sparklies. Oh. There we go. Very cute. Like it. Okay, well, we did it. We found the stone and also a log. I spent forever looking around It's hard when all of the different like little avenues and stuff kind of just feel very, very similar in just how it runs of, you know, a bench, a statue. Okay, I think they may all be done. Let me put this up here. Oh, let me put this stuff away, actually. I think I remember being chests in here. Yes. Let's put all of our random things up in there. Perfect. Beautiful. We love it. Okay. Let's get to collecting. Collecting the magic pollen from things. Kind of just gotta be right focused on it. Some of these haven't grown yet, and that's okay. That is alright. We don't expect everything all at once. But I did title this, How Much Magic Pollen, question mark, exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point. So we are trying to rack in the pollen right now. And if this is what it takes, this is what it takes, and we're gonna do it. Thank you. Let's see. It's Thursday right now, so does anyone have any fun plans for their weekend? Friday, Saturday? You know, any outdoorsy things, hikes? Weather's warming up, you know. Gotta figure out what's going on. I know for me, I want to do something outside. With it warming up a little bit, it's like, oh, maybe, you know, maybe now I can try and get a tan. I always avoid the sun as much as possible, but maybe this is it. Maybe this is the time. Look at all this. We're gonna be rich in magic pollen. You know, the most important of today's currencies. You have, you know, the euro, the peso, the dollar, and the magic pollen. Almost feels like they're spreading. They're coming for you. I feel like a lot of media puts like fungus as like this evil thing that causes all the problems, you know, like zombie movies or things like that. And like, I don't disagree. I think if mushrooms had hands, they would be the ultimate evil force in the world. But it's interesting, you know, of just like how we've all focused on this little strange thing wearing a hat. My goodness, so much watering. Let's get some sprinklers in here. You know, we've got a river right here. Let's get a irrigation system happening, you know, aqueducts. Maybe once I'm done watering all of these and going to bed, let's look at each of the places we need to unlock and see how much pollen each one takes, and we'll track it. We'll see how much total pollen we're gonna need. And maybe, as a sweet little treat, we'll be able to unlock something soon. But first, 'tis bedtime. Oh, hello, mouse. Alright, do I have a piece of paper? Yes, I do. Paper noises. No, it's real paper. Not any of this fake paper. You know. And then a pen. Perfect. We are set up like the good Minecraft students we are to take some notes. First, let's go to the magic portal. I think that's the one I'm most excited for, but I think that's the one we should do last. To me, that feels very like final thing. It's gonna take us somewhere. Where it feels like the other places are like their own separate thing. Oh, hello, rock. I'm gonna take you. I think it's up here, across the magical little springs. Climbing into the sunshade grove. Glade. I know what that's called. Okay. How much do you want? Okay. Let's see. Magical portal needs 128 pollen and 64 stone. Okay, we've got it written down. Alrighty, 128 feels like a lot. Right now we have that many. I think this thing is also so cute. Very cute. What else? I think that's it for this side of the map. I don't think there was anything in the maze. So let's go to the library building thing first. Or next. I already did the first. Give the mushrooms time. Let their timers tick. Let's not be hasty, is what I'm saying. And I know there's a bunch of other things that I should be building, like that little gazebo thing in the pond. But with that, I don't think it takes any pollen. I think it just takes building materials. And right now, we are focused on the pollen, the hay fever, the allergy season. This is cute. See, there's another thing where it's like, oh, I should probably build that. And I really wonder if I build this, is it gonna fix everything else? Like, there's a hole. There's a hole in the wall. I'm living in this little cottage, and there's like a whole castle over here. Let me in. Okay, magic portal over here. Whoop. Remove magical barrier. Oh, this one only takes 64. I'm gonna call this library. This one only takes 64. Man, you can really tell that I like spending money. Oh, I don't know if you can hear that. That's a motorcycle outside. Revving it up. I'm gonna mute. Okay, I think he's done, but we do have 64 magical pollen, and the little things inside are calling to me. I want to know what's in here. Like, that's a fountain, is it not? Let's get in here. I want to see. Okay, what is this? The Grand Library. Whoa, look at all this stuff. Building things? A chair? Oh, interesting. Hey, I can make this. Interesting. Is this a crafting table? It is. Gardening table. Metal piece, paper, stone brick, stone piece, wooden board, wooden panel. Interesting. Like, what is this? Oh, this is paper. Okay, so this is the things that they told me I could make. Okay, so these are the building materials. What is over here? A little jar? Pollen in a plank? Another jar. Is to keep... What is that in it? It's like, I don't know what's in that. But that's like a jar. That's absolutely a jar. And that is also something that looks like glass. I've got a candle on a table. Okay, candelabra. Ooh, very fancy. A bench. A stone bench. A fountain. Bigger fountain. This looks like a sundial. Wow, so they really give you like a ton of things to use. You can make books, a grandfather clock, a lantern. What's over here? Some wood and a dresser. Oh, is this what that was? A little... I think that's what that one thing was. It's not a bottle, it's this thing. Oh, the furniture's in here. Let me take it. Let me steal a little bit. Okay, interesting. I don't feel like I have enough stone. Like, I don't know where I'm supposed to get more stone from. I feel like my resources have got kind of dwindled. Oh, here's some stone though. It'd be nice if it like replenished, like it would just repopulate every now and then. 64 and 128. Patio. Level 2. See, when it says level 2, it's like, how much do you want from me? I originally said I was going to 100% this game, but like, I don't know. I don't know if I can finish the game before it finishes me. But on to the never-ending quest for more pollen. Let's look at my mushrooms. Hello. Look at all those sparkles. That one's not fully grown. See, like, isn't that kind of just ASMR? I've gotten so caught up in listening to the sounds of my own thoughts. Kind of forgot I was supposed to be talking to you guys. But look at how many mushrooms we've got. We need to cut them all up again. Okay. get any. We'll take our shears out. Yeah, so this is really just going to be a stream all about the different noises. Gotta reposition in my chair, kind of like bent over. Terrible posture. Definitely not relaxed. I'm too zoned in. See, we've already got more than 64 of these brown mushrooms. I wonder which of these would be okay to eat. Pretty sure the red mushrooms are poisonous, like you're not supposed to eat them. I feel like if you could eat them, you'd see a lot more recipes where it's like, make a cottagecore dinner with me, and it'd have like those mushrooms somehow in it. There we go. It's gotten dark again, but I say we press on. Let's plant these mushrooms the same way we always will, always have. It's always going to be the same. Just mushroom after mushroom. Gonna check on here. Make sure I have my water break. Staying hydrated is important, so you gotta make sure you're doing that. Could make this whole thing just these brown mushrooms. One thing I learned somewhat recently is I think it's beef Wellington. I think that's what the dish is. It's like meat that has like almost a pastry on the outside, but that pastry is made out of like a mushroom concoction. And I didn't know that. One time I did have it at a function. I was like, oh, this is really good. And then someone was like, oh yeah, something with mushrooms. And I was like, excuse me? I what now? And I think it's just another testament to, it's not that I don't like certain foods, it's just that I don't like the way they feel in my mouth. And I think mushrooms, like visually, I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna like how that feels. Like, and I've touched mushrooms before, like during cooking and stuff, and with other people, and they're almost like not quite rubbery. I don't know how to describe it, but I don't think I want to just put one in my mouth. It's almost like a rubbery foam is how I would describe it. It looks like it's made out of a very dense styrofoam, and like the little frills on the underneath of the mushrooms, like I will say, very aesthetically pleasing, very pretty. I will see why people just like them as decorations, but I feel like having that in your mouth, which I don't think you'd have an entire just a full mushroom in your mouth. Look, we're so close. Look at my army. Let's go to bed and then I'll water them. Yeah, I don't think people are necessarily eating mushrooms just, you know, pulling them out of the ground and sticking the whole thing in their mouth. You know, they're putting it on pizza and grinding them up and pasta. Alrighty. My mushrooms are looking a little sad right now. Let's cheer them up. We're gonna water these, and then we're gonna see how much pollen is needed for I think the mushroom cave is another area that had a little thing. And I remember it having like a pedestal or something, like very mysterious. What I really want is to unlock another book. I want to know more about the lore in King Pothos. Which, anyone wondering, my pothos in my room are doing splendid. They are green, they are healthy, they are vibrant. They are growing new leaves every day. Goodness, this just keeps going forever. On and on and on and on. Mushrooms galore. I feel like this would be a good thumbnail, is just having this whole thing be be mushrooms. Have them all sparkling. But I think I would want them to all be the brown mushroom. I think in this game I like the brown mushrooms the most. Like, he's doing a good job. He's doing his part. The more I listen to the little growing sounds, though, I'm not sure I like them. They're very squishy, very rubbery, squeaky. I guess sometimes plants can, like, be like that, though. Have you ever seen people, like, pick up a blade of grass and then make it, like, whistle? I can never figure out how to do it. And I, like, remember people doing it when I was, like, in elementary school. And I could just never figure out how to get it making the noise. We're close. We're so close. Nice. Beautiful. Look at all these mushrooms. They're looking fantastic. Let us go to the mushroom cave. Maybe we'll pick up some more trimmings on the way over. Over here. Ooh. Here's the doorway. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Big yawn. But this is so exciting. All my mushrooms. Getting the pollen, unlocking all the things. I've got 2 stacks of 64, so we're ever so surely getting more. Yeah, see, but this requires so much rock. I don't feel like I'm going to be able to finish this. Level 3, so many levels. Oop, let me out, let me out. Okay, hold on. Okay, it's fine. They just don't want me to get up. I do wonder if, like, the magical portal or, like, this back area is gonna let me get more of the, like, are you sure I can't get this? Silly. I think I should be allowed to have wall mushrooms, like, but also, like, look at that. It almost feels like it's stopping me from getting them. But they're so pretty. I mean, it makes sense why they won't let me. But here's this other magical portal. 256, that's right. Let me do mushroom. Cave. And that is 256. And then let's pull out our trusty calculator because I kind of want to know how many stacks that is. 256 divided by 64. That's 4 stacks of pollen. So we're gonna make a little annotation right here. And then for the magical portal, that was 128 divided by 64. That's just 2 stacks. Oh my goodness, it's kind of tempting. Arcane Hollow. Let me into the Arcane Hollow. Tell me what secrets you have. Oh, for a second I was like, oh, can I get in? I forgot that this is just the little sign. But I walked through it and I was like, oh, they're letting me in. There's more mushrooms. And the strange little pedestal. Okay, well, we've got it marked down. Let's go to the atrium. Make sure that our newest plant is being watered and grown up. Should we do our little... Yeah, look at her go. She's so cute. Just a girl in our garden that we love. Let's see. Can I... Some people can do this really well, and I don't feel like I can. Oh, I missed the bridge. That's okay. Yeah, we're following the path. Following the path. And we're going in the... And we're going in the... We're going in the building. 13 out of 15 still, so we still need to grow the other ones. Let's get them watering. Yep, they're looking a little dry. Okay, and then there's this door back here. And I feel like this is going to unlock once we have all of the plants grown. But I'm not quite sure where this 14th plant is going to be from. And that's one of the things where I'm kind of nervous that it's not going to... It's going to be like in one of the areas where I'm like, oh, I'm just trying to get this one thing done. And then they're like, hee, no, you're not allowed. Oh, I've got a gardening bench in here as well. 10 stone for a single brick? Oh no, 1 stone per brick. Okay. Made me a little nervous right there. I was like, I don't have that kind of money. But you know what I do have money for? You know what I do have money for? If I can find the money. Yeah. Okay. This is like 4 stacks. I could go into that one room. Or I could go into the magic portal. Let's check the other side. 14 out of 15. Hey, so that means it grew. Let's get some sprinkles. Oh wait, did they grow? I'm confused. They didn't have any of the sparkles. Well, got all the clutter from here and over there. I think I've gotten like all of the clutter that's supposed to happen. But you know what? You know what? This is my stream. This is my channel, my stream, my world. I'm gonna go into the magic portal because maybe listen to my delusions right here and right now. Maybe the magic portal is where the last flower is. Did you think of that? I don't think you did. And also, I think if they wanted it to be like the last thing that you do, they would have made it take more magic pollen. But they didn't. I think that this is the next step. This is what they want me to do. And I'm just doing what needs to be done. Which is going into the magical portal. Let's hold a magic pollen while I do it. Does it look like anything in my hands? No, I'm just holding the pollen. Yeah. I love her so much. Okay, here we go. What's it gonna look like? Wait a second. Isn't that where we... started? Yeah, hold up. This is where I started. Why bring me back here? Are there any rocks? There are rocks, yes. This is what I needed. Come steal all these things. I wonder if there's any flowers over here, though, that I don't already have. Don't mind me just jumping around. So I've already got these flowers. Back up here. Interesting. So I don't think I can go out here because look, it has that little step. So the tree is singing to me. Can I climb the tree? Can I get any higher in the tree? Nope, I don't think it'll let me. Yeah, I feel like this must be where they're wanting me to get more of the supplies needed to build these things. I just see a bunch of rocks and stuff over here. And while I'm here, I will grab them. I won't turn down supplies. It's not it's not that I'm let down by the portal. It's not that. I'm just surprised that there wasn't more. Because I thought it was going to lead to more. But now I'm just walking in the tall grass saying, where are the rocks? It'd be interesting if, like, every time you went through the portal, that, like, reset things. That all of the rocks I'm breaking, like, are gonna show up again. But there's not much for me here, so I'll go back through. Wait, what? Hold up. No. Bring me back. Okay. Oops, that made me a little nervous there. Okay. Well, we went through the magic portal. It took us back to our starting place. But I was able to get some more rocks so we can build more things. Hopefully the mushrooms are growing. Let's see what else we have that we can build. Like, we've got this gazebo in the homestead. Like, how much does that take? Let's just take a little peek. It takes that. And I don't have that right now. Gazebo. But it doesn't say level 2, so I think we're doing pretty good there. looking at all my mushrooms. Gonna just look at these for a second. Okay, let's take a little pause. We have reached the 1 hour mark, so we're just about halfway through. And as I do, I would love for us to have our highlight and low light of the day. And this is just a portion where you guys can leave a chat or a comment of what was the best part of your day and what was the worst part. I think for me, the best part of my day, as always, is always gonna be streaming with you guys. But I think besides that, I had a really good lunch today, and I got to hang out with some of my coworkers, so that was really fun. And let's think. I would say a low light of my day is probably going to be that is a hard question. I don't know, I've kind of been tired all day. I might have an earlier night. I know that this stream is a lot more chill, not a lot of exciting things happening, so we may end like a half hour early or so, just so that I can get to bed. But yeah, I've been a little tired. Definitely. The sun has been waking me up every morning, so I get to wake up to the sunshine and say, I hope that there's not a timer going off within, 4 minutes. And there always is, so it's all good. But yeah, I would say my low light is just how tired I've been. I wish I had more energy throughout today. But overall, it's been a really good day. I'm excited to continue streaming. Last stream, I played Faz with my friend Crimson, and that was a really fun time. I had a really good time with him, and I hope that you guys did too. If you were able to catch that stream or watch it on YouTube, please let me know how you liked it. Like, we can definitely play with him again. And I think it is time to get back to our mushrooms. Man, I just wish there were fireworks like this all the time. Look at how whimsical, how sparkly, how beautiful. But we must prune. Let's start over here with my brown mushrooms. I think when you shear the plant to replant stuff, it will not give you the magical pollen. And so I think for that, it's definitely one of those things where it's just going to have to take extra long. Gotta make sure everything gets pruned first, and then we can start the whole process of starting over. And I think, because of how much room we have left, we're going to be very brown mushroom heavy, just as I've been doing things. It's slowly going to keep expanding, pushing the other mushrooms out. Yes. Yeah. While cutting this, I'm like, oh man, I'm just feeling the snips in my head. Just a little click, click, click. But hey, look at how much magic pollen we're getting. We are reaching our goals. I think we'll have enough to get into that mushroom cave. So maybe after I plant the next little batch is where we'll go. Get some more storytelling going on. There we go. Gotta really just make sure you're hidden inside that hitbox. Am I missing it? There we go. I was indeed missing it. Beautiful. We've done it once again. Time for the shears. We'll go this way just for the fun of it. We got some fun, funky music again. Man, this music is trying to put me to sleep. We've got Minecraft ASMR, some good music. It is just begging to put us to sleep right now. Hopefully my voice isn't right. You're over here and you're like, yeah, the music's fine, but you're talking? I'm ready to doze off. Man, I just feel like I've got so many mushrooms now. They never end. Too many? No. So many. Isn't it interesting how different words are said different? Like to and so. Like to has an oo sound and so has the o sound. But they're both two-letter words. So instead of, to and sue, or so and toe, but you might say Verilyn, you can't have toe because toe is a different word too. I say, yes, indeed, you may be right, humble viewer, humble question asker. Toe is a word. But you know what's also a word? So. So your clothes, or sue, like to sue a person. And it could be two, like the number, two, or toe, like to toe the line. I don't know. Some words don't get it. I don't understand where they come from. I'm not a linguist. Or, who are the people who study words? I feel like I always get it mixed up with an entomologist, which is a person who studies bugs. Entomologist? I don't know, I'm rambling at this point. I'm just like, let's get these mushrooms planted. They might all be brown mushrooms at this point. They've taken over. Maybe we'll have a couple white mushrooms. Who knows? Maybe we'll mix it up. Goes on and on and on. On and on and on. Yeah. I've been watching some Solidarity Gaming recently. And one, he is a hoot. I think he's funny. But the videos I've been watching recently, he's been playing with Orion Sound. And they'll like kind of burst out into song and they'll make up little songs on the spot. And isn't that just the funnest thing? To just kind of like vibe with a friend and just be goofy and make songs. I don't know. Where's my musically inclined friend? You know, making jams about my name. And the sad fact is I haven't got any. I haven't got any friends making songs about me. Hopefully. It'd be sad if they were like making a diss track and I didn't know about it. But man, when you are planting your mushroom garden to get magical pollen, which is the most normal sentence I've ever said, it makes you start thinking about things. Just like how you notice weird things, like watching some creators, I notice that they say the same thing sometimes, or like have a certain like thing that they do that like just stands out enough to be noticeable. So you know, watching Solidarity Gaming play with Orion Sound, Orion Sound will be like, Jim, we're gonna go do this, Jim. Come on, Jim. You're my best friend, Jim. And he says it so often, just his name. And Solidarity Gaming doesn't do it back as much. He'll still say like a name, but not in the same way. And I just think it's so interesting how speech patterns differ between people. Where I think if I was interacting with a friend and they kept using my name, you know, then I would be like more inclined to say their name back to them, I guess. I don't know. Who even knows? All I know is give me that sweet, sweet pollen. They're growing too fast. Can hear them. I just need to figure out where this last flower is. I don't know where it could be. Because I feel like I've unlocked the needed areas thus far. I'm just waiting for that last flower. I planted all the things. 14 out of 15, but it's just like the clutter. It's just that last one is like, I don't know what to do. Yeah, these mushrooms sure are like very sad and gray. Just so many of them too. Goes on for forever. It's almost like there's little faces in the mushrooms. I can see them. They're talking to me. Like, that's a face. 2 eyes and a little mouth. They're just saying, hey. Hey. Or like this one. Eye, nose. Kind of just like a blank expression. These two are yelling. Just kind of watching you like, hey. Hey, buddy. What you doing? What you doing, bud? That bird kind of scared me. I was like, who's whistling at me? Can you imagine, like, if this game, like, suddenly just shifts totally? You, like, collect the last flower, and it's like, hope you can make it out of this alive. And then all of a sudden there's a dude in here with me? That'd be That'd be a wild game. I had a thought for a while on how sometimes there will be creators who will like test a new game on a stream and see what they like about that. Was that dying? Was that shriveled? I don't know. That mushroom looked different before I watered it. But they're all growing. Let's go to bed. Yeah, so creators will like test a new game before it releases, to kind of promote it. And sometimes those like streams will be sponsored. I always thought it'd be so interesting to reach out to a creator and be like, hey, we have this new game, we would like to sponsor it, you can play it for free. And in it, the creator, look how sparkly. Don't love that. So the idea would be that the creator, it could be one player, it could be two player, but basically they're in this world and there's like a non-player character there who says like the little phrases that don't mean much. You can't kill this character. You can hit them and they'll react of like, hey, watch it, like, or however they say it, and it's just like, hey, watch it, and you're like, oh, this is just like a little player to be here. And and they'll say little things of like, man, the weather is bad today, but in it, but my idea, like, this sounds like such a dumb idea too, would be is you enter in your name, and it could be that the gaming company is like, hey, we'd love for you to try out our game. We would here are some special skins made unique for you, and it can look like the player, the creator. Let's see what happens here. Do I get a book? I would like a book. I can feel all of my things going away. Okay, let's put a pause on my conversation and explore. Hello? What is this? Transmutation? What? Dream potion. You know what color that is? Right there. That is the color of the blue fungus. I want some of this. Let us go to the atrium and get some blue stuff. Lost my train of thought. Yeah, so basically a gaming company would approach a creator and say, hey, we would love for you to try out this game on stream. We think it's something that you would enjoy. We also have made this complimentary custom skin. And so they use the code and enter the skin, and the non-player character would be, hey, welcome to the game. I'm so excited to have you here. And then in it they would be like Solidarity Gaming or or Jim, hey, we're so excited to have you here, Jim. Please follow me. And then the creator can be like, oh wow, they know my name. That's so crazy. They know my name. And then, but the longer you play the game, the more like weird the non-player character would be. So it would just be generic statements of, wow, Jim, you're really good at this. Wow, Sarah, this is amazing. Little things like that. And then, hey, you should have your friend Orion Sound play with you. And then they're like, that's a little weird. Why are they saying that? Let's get some of this. Yeah. They look like little brains. But then as they're playing, what the creator wouldn't know is that it's not a non-player character. It's actually like a real person voicing things like that. And so the non-player character can only move like at a walk, like, you know, and you're like, oh, this player is so, this character is so slow. They run around and they're calling them names, and then, you know, like as it goes on, it almost feels like they're becoming self-aware. You know, so people are making fun of it, of, hey, you're so slow, hey, you're so dumb, hey, that's not very nice. Would you like that if someone called you, you know, they're like, oh, you're so slow, hey, I'm going as fast, hey, I'm going as fast as I can, slow down, you know, things like that. And then you come down and it's like, for a second I thought I saw something move, it scared me. They say something of just like, hey, calm down, it's just a game. How did I do this? Was I standing on top? Yes. Dream potions. Okay. Let's drink a potion. Or how do I drink potion? Let me... I don't know. Oh, wait. Oh, you can turn... Oh! You can turn magic pollen into the things you need. Oh, that kind of... Okay, that makes sense. I was like, I don't know how I'm supposed to get enough rocks. But what am I supposed to do with my dream potion? Do I use it on my bed? Like next nighttime? Let's go to my bed and see. Dream potion. Look at how like colorful it is too. But just to finish up my thought is, you know, while they're streaming, you know, there's a real person who gets on as well, who is like part of that non-player character, where sometimes it is just like where sometimes they're playing and it is just those automatic lines of, hey, have a good day. What a good day out. The sun is the sun sure is shining. You know, little like meaningless phrases, but then like, you know, talking to it, of, hey, why aren't you more useful? Hey, I'm doing my best here. You know, and so you have like a voice actor saying things in that voice. And, you know, because they would already be used to, hey Jim, I thought you could use these resources. Here you go. You know, and they kind of push little animated buttons to do things. It's not nighttime. Just like, what do I do with this? Can I put it on my bed? I don't know. But then, as you know, if you're nice to the character is nice to you. Of, wow, thanks, Jim. I really appreciate this. And then, you know, if Jim, I'm just using Solidarity Gaming. I'm not his friend. I've just been watching him, so he's like the top on my mind. You know, if he starts being a little silly and being like, hey, you're in the way, hey, you're being not cool, or any creator, you know, not just him, you know, then the real person who's like being a voice actor, hey, that's not kind. Hey, you're not that fast yourself. Hey, man, you better watch it, and like gets a little more aggressive. And so if you're aggressive to the character, then the real person who's like playing with you, but you don't know, because it's just for a creator. It wouldn't be like an actual publicly released game. It would just be like, it would like turn into a horror game where they're hunting you down. I don't know. I think about it sometimes, like, wouldn't that be crazy? Oh my goodness. Yawning. Well, I think we've done a couple good things. I have no clue. Oh, there's the sun. It is setting. So I think the plan for the rest of the stream, I may end it a bit early. I'm feeling a little wiped, a little tired from work today. And so this was a really fun time. I'm glad that we have like our little mushroom farm to gather magic pollen so that we can like unlock all of these things. It's so nice to know that like we can use the magic pollen to create resources, because that's definitely something where I was like, I don't think I have enough to do things. Where if every now and then, I replenish the mushrooms, I let them grow, and then we can build all of the different things and really start unlocking the story of like what's going on. Look in here. Got my white mushrooms, luminous truffle. I was like, what can I do with this dream potion? Can I like equip it somewhere? Nope. Well, it is getting to be night. Let's wait by the bed, see if the dream potion does anything. So this is my third video, I think, part 3, for playing Bloom. I would love to know, like, what are you guys, look directly at the camera. Oh, wait. Hold up. I think it's gonna let me drink it now. Oh, it's hurting me. Oh, mushrooms. Oh. Hello? Let's go party the mushrooms in the mushroom garden. This crazy music. Oh, am I sparkling? Is that what it is? Well, cool. That's... If we ever want to listen to a bop, we can just drink the dream potion. I think we should go to bed. I think my character, my little lady in here, needs to go to sleep. Alright, and with that, thank you guys so much for playing with me. I think we got a lot done. We built our garden. We unlocked the magic portal, which brought us back to that home area, like where we first spawned. We made a dream potion, drank that. Things got a little weird. But I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. It is just such a good time playing with you guys. I am going to pause the bird noises. I will be uploading this to YouTube, so if you missed out on anything, like, please check out my YouTube video. If you are already on YouTube, hello, welcome, glad you came and watched the video. As always, I would love to hear the highlight, the low light of your day. Please leave a comment. And also, if you have any recommendations, I would love to know, I would love to hear. And so please, tune in, share your thoughts. I'm watching my comments. And so, yeah, I hope that you guys have a lovely day, that I will see you next time, which I'm not sure when that's going to be, to be honest. On Tuesday, I do have plans, and so I am going to do my best to stream at a time that I can, but definitely this next week is a busy week for me. So I will see you next time, whenever that is. Bye!